And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do, and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Give me a second, guys. I'm still working on it. Gotta get this set up. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall, and did it my way. Yes, it was my way. I like to sing that song when things aren't going well. It's a reminder that I'm going to still do things the way I need to. There you are. Gosh, it took forever to pull that up. Okay. Now I can open that. And that should... well, it should fix the problem. Okay, there we go. Okay. Hello, guys. I am not a good singer. None of you should assume that I am. I sing when I'm miserable or when I'm happy. One of the two. And I am quite miserable right now. Okay, so I want to talk for a moment before we get started. So, in celebration of 30,000 subscribers, Lark and I talked, and we wanted to return to our roots and play one of the first games we ever played on a PlayStation, which was Sly Cooper. And it was on PlayStation Plus. We wanted to get the full PlayStation Plus collection of Sly Cooper and play through all the games and stream each game, maybe on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or something like that. But I tried to boot it up today and found out that PlayStation Plus live streams the game to you. It basically streams the game for you to play. But since it's streaming the game for you to play, you cannot live stream a streaming game. In other words, I cannot live stream myself playing Sly Cooper. The best thing I might be able to do is record myself playing Sly Cooper and then upload those sessions of me playing Sly Cooper. And I would love to do that. I would still be very willing to do that, but let me guess. I'm going to make a quick guess for you guys. I highly doubt many of you would watch it. Many of you say, Raven, we come to your streams for you, not for your gameplay. And I really appreciate that. I really, really do, but let's be fair here. If I wasn't live streaming Sly Cooper, I doubt many of you would watch it. And I'm just being honest. I'm not being mean to you guys. I'm not being critical. I'm not being angry. I'm none of that. I'm being dead serious and completely honest. I love you guys. You guys are wonderful, and I appreciate having you as my community. But I highly doubt that y'all would really sit down and watch a 2-hour long recording of myself playing Sly Cooper. I highly doubt it. I'm sure some of you might. Some of you might. Some of you might actually say, no, Raven, we want to support you and we do it. But the majority of you probably wouldn't. And it's just not worth it to spend 2 hours playing a game and recording it and then uploading it if no one's going to watch it. So we will have to think of something else to do. And that makes me very sad. I would have loved to have done that. Rodan wouldn't do what? Rodan, what I was saying was, if I were to play Sly Cooper and record myself playing it and then upload the recordings to YouTube, y'all probably wouldn't watch it. You would watch me if I live streamed it. If I were live streaming Sly Cooper, that'd be different. But since I'm recording and uploading, I don't think people would watch it. You could emulate the game and stream it. I guess my lingo isn't up to snuff. I don't know what emulate means in that context. To be honest, I don't know what Sly Cooper is. Sly Cooper was a early PlayStation game about a thief named Sly Cooper going on several misadventures to steal back pieces of his family legacy. It was a cute, fun kids game that it was one of the first Sly Cooper one of the first PlayStation games that I ever played. And in celebration of reaching 30,000 subs, I wanted to celebrate that by playing that. Got $2 from Male Reddick. Off topic, Raven, but what do you think of Evil Dead? The movie? I liked the first two movies. I never watched the third. I never went past that. But I liked the first two. They were fun. Raven, 2 bullets, Fulgrim, Lorgar, or Erebus. Erebus twice. I've seen the meme. That sounds interesting, actually. Hey, you know, I'm glad you find it interesting. It's available for free on the PlayStation Plus system, like completely free. You can play it and stream it. All 3 of the first games. It's really fun. It's a very fun game. I feel like a majority of people would still watch, but I know personally I would not. The vote in the server said most people would watch it, but the choice is ultimately up to you. I'm willing to watch you play the entire series of Sly Cooper. Well, y'all... I don't know. I don't know. A part of me really wants to play it, because I haven't played Sly Cooper in forever, and I'd love to play it. But I also need to remember that I just don't have that kind of free time anymore to just play games for the sake of playing games that often. You know, I'm either at school doing substitute work, I'm at Longhorns working at the steakhouse, I'm working on the TEFL program to become a teacher, or I'm working on a YouTube video. I don't have a whole lot of time to just say, you know what, I don't have anything going on, I'll just play a game. So if I play Sly Cooper and I upload, I want to make sure that people would actually be willing to. So, yeah. Anyway, sorry guys, no one's more upset about this than me. I really wanted to do Sly with you guys tonight. I really wanted to do this. It's not happening. You lost Zone A. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll tell you, this might be what I do. I will record one session. I'll play Sly Cooper the first game, and I'll record one session, about 2 hours worth, and I'll upload it, and we'll use that as a litmus test. If people seem to like it and enjoy it, I will do more. Alright, this person likes to dodge. Crap. 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 At least I took one with me. Anyway. Hey, Raven, the only good thing about Warden is his drip. Oh, no, I like Warden. His drip is good. His idea is good. Hey, Glad, keep emote spamming me, dude. I appreciate it. Great work on the For Honor and Glory. Always an amazing treat to listen to, and that's what inspired me to write some of my own short stories. Hey, glad you enjoyed it. Glad you liked that. I worked hard on that chapter. Hey, Raven, how's it going? Didn't realize there was a stream today, but I'm glad I'm able to catch it. There was going to be a stream today on Sly Cooper, but I've talked about why that's not happening. But I will, at some point this week, do a recording of myself playing Sly. And we'll see how the community likes it. If the community watches it and enjoys it, I'll do more. If they don't watch it or enjoy it, then I know it wasn't worth putting effort into. It's as simple as that. Call this revenge. There we go. I'm going to go back to A. Yeah, they're trying to take it now. Sorry if I don't respond. Lark isn't here tonight. Crap, I couldn't dodge him. Anyway, I hate this game with every ounce of my being, but I do love watching you play it, Raven. Thank you. I guess you'd say that Skylanders Giants was my Sly Cooper. Hey, that's cool. Searches up Chimera on YouTube. Videos on it for 2 years. Searches up Porco. Shows a bunch of your videos and other lore videos and one of my vids. That explains a lot. Raven, my question is, how will you format the Sly Cooper video? Will it be a Let's Play, or will it be the background footage while you and Lark talk about something else? It will be kind of a combination. Think of it like a live stream where it's not a live stream. I'll just be talking about whatever. I'll just talk about the game as we play it. I'll be talking about life. I'll be talking about my history with the game, what inspired me from the game, like what ideas I would have done with the game. Like, it's just going to be me just really talking and having fun while playing the game. It's a combination of me playing it and just talking while we do it. Ah, okay. He's running. There we go. Anyway, chat, replace a loyalist and traitor Primarch, who and why? I think the loyalists and traitors are fine as they are. There we go. Took all three of you, but you got me. Anyway. Never played or seen anything involving Sly Cooper, but you can read the phone book and I'd watch it. All right, well, then I hope you watch the first session. Question to all: who do you think Sly Cooper would be in For Honor? It's a good question. I don't know who he'd be. If he were a female, I'd say Nusha because they both have hook weapons. Hey Raven, where's Lark? He's at a Dungeons and Dragons session tonight. Monday is his Dungeons and Dragons night. All right. Ha, there we go. Ah, the emoting begins. Okay, sure. Go ahead, dude. Go ahead, dude. You're good. Totally. Man says, I hate this game with every fiber of my being, and I say heresy. Fair be it. All right. It's Monday, so we figure Lark is at D&D. Yeah, Lark is at D&D. Raven, what's up? Just not having a great Monday, guys. Mondays are never my favorite days in the first place. Man, today really was a bummer. I would love to see Lark do a story about D&D, but take place in the Fallout universe. Actually, he's doing a Dungeons and Dragons thing that's going to be a little bit more Crusader-based, from what I understand. He and I have been designing the Raven Lord lore for a while, so maybe we'll do a Dungeons and Dragons around there. Hey Raven, sorry if this offends you, but what denomination of Christianity are you? I'm Southern Baptist. $5 in that one, mine. Just love tonight, and $5. Thank you, man. I appreciate the $5. It means a lot, really. It honestly does. And took back that. We'll take back B in a second. They're holding A. Dude, Raider, where'd your friend go? Didn't you have a friend who was supposed to help you there? Ah, light parry. Alright, I'll go and heal. Thanks, dude. It's cool. You ganked me earlier, so have fun with that. The light is real. Good job, dude. You lighted very well, Raider. Anyway, $2. Oh, hey there. What class would you do if it was? What class would you do if it was real? Like, what class? What do you mean? You mean Dungeons and Dragons class, or like, what do you mean? Oh, wow. A lot of thanks. This is going great. I love when people are toxic for legitimately no reason. But yeah, go ahead, guys. You're totally good. What was your plan, dude? There we go. Ding. Oh, there it is. Okay, dude. Congrats. Yeah, good job. Good job. Oh, you're an Uchiha. Okay, you're kind of cringe by nature. All right. Anyway, where was I? Hey, Raven, you know who hates Mondays? Garfield. Yeah, I do. D&D class ran out of letters. Man, did someone spill something? But there's a lot of toxic waste in this match. Yeah, I noticed. Sees Raven ganking. Wow. What are you talking about me they ganked me first. They started that game. They started that ganking shit. Don't even come down on me for that. They started that. They began that nonsense. So don't look at me. Anyway, which is your preferred stance for Medjai? I like like his axe stance more, honestly. I feel like it allows more options, because with the staff stance, you know, all it gives you is hyper armor, and most people will be able to stop that pretty easy just by not trying to parry. Oh, whoa, okay, the toxic gladiator quit. Alright, that's sad. I'm sad that they quit. Oh, hey, that lawbringer from earlier who was thanking me earlier is on my team now. You think he'll stay? You think he'll stay? All right, let's go Domini this way. Oh, crap! I forgot. I made the joke about Domini being a female, and I forgot to switch it back to male. Okay, we're going female Domini. I was going to say let's go Domini this match, but I accidentally forgot to switch Domini back to male. I was kind of showing Lark what I was talking about, because he said, hey man, saw your Domini video. You're talking about making a female Domini. What were you talking about? And I said, oh, and then I showed him, and I forgot to switch it back to male. So we're going female Domini. This is going to be awesome. This is going to be great. Anyway, a Dobby Mommy. I just coined that. Thank you. Are there any romance stories you enjoy, Raven? Yeah, there are lots. I like lots of romance stories. Casablanca is incredible. I thought it was one of the best romance stories ever. Let's see. Trying to think of good romance stories off the top of my head that I enjoyed. Pride and Prejudice, when you read it right, is actually pretty good. Let's see. It was short, but I liked the opening romance in The Greatest Showman between Barnum and his wife. That was pretty good. It was short, though, so I don't necessarily count that. I like romance when it's written well, honestly. I also like the story Under the Sakura Tree. That's a good one. That's a good one. So yeah, there's some that I like. Michael Campbell, it's been 2 years since I played For Honor. Should I return? It's up to you, bro. I hate it when people are toxic in For Honor. It's a multiplayer game. Everyone's going to be toxic at some point. Keep up the good work, Raven. Love the vids. Thank you, Mini Gaming here. Appreciate that. What other games did you like playing during Sly Cooper? Sly Cooper was one of the first, but I also played Frogger the Magical Adventure. I played Ace Combat 4, I think. Battlefront 2, the original. Ah, crap. 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 This is not going to end well. Crap! I suck at fighting Goki. Actually, I think I suck at fighting any samurai. Whenever people say I've had people ask me, who's like the worst warrior for you to fight? Samurai. Pick a samurai, and I'm probably not good at fighting them. Would you ever play Chivalry 2? I did try playing it. It was okay. I didn't really like it that much. Hey Raven, are you going to cover EC again? Because I enjoy your prior responses to them. If they make something cringe, right now they've been kind of quiet. They haven't made anything so cringe that I need to respond to them. See, that's the thing. I don't go looking like, oh, what did EC release now? I can't wait to tear it up. I don't do that. I just say, oh, wow, that was a bad take, so. Ah, the hug, okay. Oh my gosh, Shugoki, why? Maybe I need to switch to playing the AI. I'm really upset tonight, and it's not just because I'm doing bad on For Honor, it's just lots of things today didn't go my way. I had a really heartbreaking moment earlier. I won't go into it right now. It's kind of personal, but yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine. Can you do one of those paired emotes with the enemy? No, paired emotes can only be done with your allies. You stream on Monday? No, I don't. This was probably a mistake the more I think about it. I think Raven needs more mead. I think I need a vacation. Mead or beer or wine, Raven? I'm actually more of a wine guy, personally. I actually prefer wine, believe it or not. There we go. Damn, light got me. Anyway. Hope you feel better soon, bro, though, and thoughts and prayers for you. Appreciate it, man. Hey, Raven, what do you think of the response from the people who made Netflix Cleopatra documentary? I think they're immature morons. I think that they were foolish in what they created and don't realize what they did wrong. And they should be ashamed of themselves. Hi. Nope. What the? I guard broke his deck. Never mind. Anyway. Monday night party? It's really not. I haven't tried mead yet, but I want to someday for reasons I cannot disclose in fear of making you upset. I think the fact that you wanted to tell me it would make me upset says a lot. I think Raven does need a vacation. You deserve it, buddy. I really do need one. Raven, I had this one opportunity to pet a donkey named Sugar. I could have tapped a sweet at. That's funny. Raven, can you speak Old English? No, I cannot. You don't think I know what you're up to? And now, let's activate this. There. I knew he had a bear trap. It was clearing the way he was standing. He kept trying to lure me to walk into it. Didn't work. Anyway. Raven, honestly, Raven, I can let the race and doom solving a fictional character slide, but when they start targeting historical characters, I draw the line. Exactly. In all seriousness, everyone needs a mental health break. I can agree with that. I won't pry into what was befalling you today, my friend. I can hear it in your voice that it troubles you. Instead, I will offer you a toast and a simple prayer that your week will get better. Appreciate that. What the? What the heck just happened? His guard just appeared where my attack was going to be. You lost so bad. Get out of here. Crippling vibes. Hey Raven, warrior to warrior, it's okay to have to struggle. We all suffer in this beautiful world and everybody can take a break once in a while. Just know we love watching your streams every day. I do appreciate it. Hey Raven, just want to express to you how much I enjoy your execution evaluation videos. I love watching. Oh wait, hold on. There we go. Okay, I tend to like more realistic things, and I tend to look to you as a rubric. I appreciate that. All right, we go on again. Lights. Damn it. Oh well. The world is designed to gnaw at you, tear you down, make you lose faith. We must have faith and endure it. Will get better. I know it'll get better. That's not in doubt. I'm sure it will. Just things I did not expect to happen today happened, and it hurts. I had to say goodbye to somebody that not only was I really friendly with, but I had a crush on. I actually asked her out, believe it or not. No, you don't. Don't you run from me! Anyway. Female Daubney looks hot. Yeah, I can agree with that. I might keep her this way. You never know. I might keep female Daubney. Keep Dobby, mommy. How you doing, Raven? Not so good. Hey, Raven, are you going to return to Fantastical History? Probably not. I don't really have anything else really I want to do with it. It wasn't a very popular series to begin with, and I've covered most of the races that I wanted to. I would love to cover magic systems, but there are too many to go over, and honestly, I wouldn't be going over anything people didn't already know. But yeah, I said goodbye to a friend who I really had a crush on. She moved back home, and she knew. She told me that she knew I liked her, and she apologized for that. And then difficulties with work. Those are never fun. I deal with a bunch of idiot kids. I really do. A bunch of freshmen who think that they're cooler than anything else in this world. It's very irritating. I'm not involving yourself in that thanks bullcrap. I'm above that. Anyway. Raven, can you show your Warm Mommy drip? I'm trying to get inspiration. I have 2 Warm Mommy sets that you may like. Hey Raven, if you could add one thing in For Honor, what would it be? A Rajput hero. Yeah. Yeah. I know things will get better. It's just today hit me with a lot of crap. And then tonight, I had wanted to do the Sly Cooper stream. That was what I was really aiming to do. And it didn't work out. And I think that bummed me out a lot because I was hoping, everything else may have gone bad, but this right here will be good. I'll be able to do this. And it didn't happen. Just one of those things. Play bots for the rest of the night so you don't get stressed out today. I'm already stressed out, man. That happened way earlier. Let's see. Let's go Shaman. Let's go Nibbles. That'll be fun. Anyway, take your frustrations out on AI. Yeah, you're probably right. Alright, after this match, we'll switch to AI. What hero is my highest rank? Warden at rep 33. I can't get to test your metal trident head for Gladiator no matter what. I know that feeling. I keep trying to get a certain armor set for Warden and Nobushi, and I can't get all the pieces. I've only gotten one piece for Warden and two pieces for Nobushi, but I'm missing the chest for Nobushi, and I'm missing the arms and helm for Warden. I want to get those pieces really badly, but I just cannot get them. Yeah, it's one of those things that sucks, man. You know, you get really excited for that kind of stuff. You seem to have 3 Captain America fans. Those aren't Captain America fans. Those look like, those are Latin American flags. I can't remember which country, though. Yeah, I know y'all are fine if I do bots. I'll after this match, I will switch to bots. Raven, I want to wrap up PK. Is it worth it? PK is fun to play, but she's not the strongest assassin. It depends on how much you like her. I like PK personally, so I would say it's worth it. Yeah, I think my team is Puerto Rican. I think it's Puerto Rico. All right, let's roll. Oh, I'm curious, would Ruth serve William of Akshar in his noble legion? Yeah, Ruth probably would join up with William. She probably would. Crap. Fell for that one. Crap. Anyway. Hey, Raven, if a shaman were to be on your front porch with a newspaper in her mouth, what would your first thought on do? Like, I'd take it from her, pat her on the head, and then throw a stick for her to fetch. Seems pretty simple. Hey, Raven, can you make a video on how to build your emblems? Someone already did. Someone already made a video about how to build my emblems. Alright, well. There we go. Dealt with that bot. Back away. Nom nom. Crap. Ah, I didn't guard it in time. Anyway. You might need something a bit more than a stick. She might bite you if you take the paper immediately. Do you think Ubisoft will ever bring back the Assassin's Creed event? Maybe, I don't know. Thank you guys, appreciate it. My respect for you, Raven, is immense. I hated high school kids. Teachers were the best part. I try to be a good sub, but the kids only let me do so much. There we go. What the heck? Okay. Nom nom. Huh. Guess you thought I was going to try to bleed you somewhere. Nope, not that time. You were too low health for me to bother. There, I had to block them. Turn B around. There we go. Hold on, I'll save you from the Highlander. And done. Ah, boy. Hi. Nope. 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 No, we're going for round 2. Dude just dropped a catapult on us. It's like when a Tyranid jumps an Imperial Guard regiment. Drop an Exterminatus on both of them. But we'll hit our own. Your point. Anyway. One For Honor event I really like is a Chimera event. Really fun. Yeah, that was a good event. Hey, Raven, what hero do you think was the most broken when it first came out? That's a good question. Pirate was pretty stinking broken. Actually, Peacekeeper was the goddess of the game for a little while. There we go. Get him, Hito. That's the way it goes. Get him, Hito. But yeah, after this, we'll just play the bots. I'm not feeling it tonight. Go to A. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. That's how it goes. Sent on release was pretty tough, but I don't think he was the most broken. I remember back in the day when PK was absolute god tier. She was. Raven, might I write some fan lore in 40k on chapter for you, thinking Raven Guard, Dark Angels combination like Space Sharks and maybe those Death Owls that chat came up? I mean, if you like. Wait, where'd the Orochi go? Who's this bot? I don't know where that bot came from. What about a Highlander? He's overpowered. No, they're talking about on release. Like, who was most broken on release? I think that Peacekeeper was really broken on release. You could just basically play Peacekeeper and win. Now she's a shadow of her former self. Anyway. Well, victory is ours. Hey Raven, dropped in to say hi and have a good night. I'm going to watch the whole stream tomorrow to get me through work. Hey, awesome man, appreciate it. And what I'll do is tomorrow night after my live stream, because I'm going to do a live stream talking about Rainbow Six Cringe, the new operator, I will start playing Sly Cooper and I'll record it. Alright, we've got time for another Dominion match or two, and then I'll switch to Breach. But yeah, let's go ahead and... There we go. Let's just play the bots. Let's just play the bots. I heard that in some point in time there was a black samurai. There was an African samurai. Sometimes I miss pre-nerf Warmonger. Killing everything in the game with corruption was fun. It was. Would Kyoshin be one too? Kyoshin's broken now. Kyoshin's just no fun to play as far as I'm concerned. I just do not have fun with Kyoshin. I just don't. I want to, but I don't. Oh, someone asked me to play Warmonger earlier. I'll go my new Warmonger look. I'll go my new Warmonger. Say, Raven, can we cheat the system by opening a crapload of tabs and muting them to deal with ads? I don't know if that's how that works. I mean, maybe. What do you think about Hito in general? Hitakiri's cool. I think it's a unique idea. I definitely think she's a unique character. But in terms of moveset, she reminds me of Warlord. Just very basic. What, everyone's broken? No! Warden's weak as hell. Nucia's weak as hell. Yeah, those are the two weakest characters in the game. I've gone through the game without playing as 4 of the 5 Chinese faction. Massive W? Why do you think it's a massive win to have gone through the whole game without playing the majority of the Wu Lin? I don't understand that. I would consider that as a very big disservice. The Wu Lin are very fun to play. Or is it just that thing where people think it's really cool to not like the Wu Lin? Well, from your perspective, but imagine the people getting beaten down by the monkey man. Not so fun. Yeah, well, you know, here's the thing. From anyone's perspective, it would not be fun. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, for example, Aramusha or Kyoshin or Jormungandr. When I fight against them, from my perspective, getting beaten down by them, that's not fun. I don't enjoy it. But just saying that I've gone through the whole game without playing these characters, like, how does that correlate? I just don't understand that argumentation. I really don't. I really don't. Aha, I got her. Let's see. I like to challenge myself in games and go against meta. It's its own reward. Yeah, I can understand that. Well, I guess when you think about it, getting beaten down by anybody is not fun. Exactly my point. So the argument you made doesn't make any sense. It's like, it's a massive win that I haven't played these characters. Why? Because fighting against them is really bad. You could say that about anyone. Like, I don't understand that concept. By that logic, you ought to say, oh, I've gone through the whole game not playing anybody. Then you haven't played the game. Oh, wow. Light parry, Raider. Not bad. I fell for that. There we go. Anyway. Raven Knight, do you want to rant or are you trying to relax? Oh, I can rant. I don't mind ranting. Here's the thing. I thought about not even streaming tonight because today was not a good day, but I also promised that I would. You know, I promised that I'd do this Sly Cooper stream, so it would be really bad if I just said, oh guys, I can't do Sly Cooper, sorry, you don't get nothing and like it. So I wanted to give y'all something, even if it's just another For Honor stream. So I can rant. I'll relax later tonight. Like, Raider, I don't know why you bother, honey. Dodged a little too soon there. Oh, crap. Crap. There we go. Anyway, everyone questioned if Nobushi Japanese for Nobushi Sushi. For what? I don't know what you said. Do I know anyone that works in accounting? My mom used to. Where is Ruth? Is she safe? Is she all right? Ruth is fine. Start running, Nobu. Imagine For Honor have a sweet spot mechanic where you do the most amount of damage for the area of the weapon. That'd be interesting. Noble sushi is sushi who is very noble. I don't know what you're talking about. I love your Heroes in History series. It's what really got me into For Honor. I only casually played it before. Oh, well, thank you. He got rid of him like Bill from accounting. Especially Chad from accounting. Don't forget Chad from accounting. Crap. Did Warnonger just say, do better? I love that. Come here, Raider. We need to have a conversation. Dang it. Not cool, bro. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Dang it. Anyway. Hi, Mr. Raven. Hi, Hestia V1. Hey Raven, what do you like about the YouTuber What Do You Meme? I like the fact that What Do You Meme is very open about his opinions, but he doesn't just take modern media and just demonize it all the time. He actually tries to apply Christian messages to it. Say Raven, do you tend to prefer fantasy games or sci-fi games? Fantasy usually, but sci-fi isn't bad. No. Everyone, what do you think of the Death by Metal event? I enjoy it. I think that Ying Chen... Oh, wow, Reigning Raiders. I think that Ying Chen kind of ruined it a little bit. Hey, Raven, what do you think... alright, Raven had 1 health and used an entire arrow feat to kill him. Yep. So what is Sly Stream? I'll come back to that. Best killer lore in Dead by Daylight? Haven't decided yet. There are some good ones out there. I haven't decided yet. Huntress is pretty good, though. So the Sly Stream, I had said earlier what it was. Basically, I wanted to stream Sly Cooper. I wanted to play Sly Cooper in a live stream setting, but I could not because I cannot stream the game while playing it due to it being on PlayStation Plus. Nope, both of you die now. Both of you die now. No. 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 Now I'm going to do a magic trick. Watch this. Catapult indoors. That's what you get for earlier. First, making sure you don't get any help. Wait, so you need to PS Plus to sub to play the Sly Cooper games on stream? Yes, you do. Time for one more catapult. Seal the deal. Bye, Raider. They should really watch where they launch those things. Someone could get hurt. Anyway. Hey Raven, I love the newest chapter. Wasn't expecting my boy Rio to show up, but it was an awesome surprise. Glad you enjoyed it, man. Hey Raven, how the warmongers stay safe from corruption? I don't know. I don't know, really. You don't play as much stuff to play For Honor multiplayer? No. I don't think so. Maybe I'm crazy. I'm excited to see your cover Dredge and DVD and your thoughts on it. It'll be a bit before I get to Dredge. Where are the catapult operators and how is their aim so good? I know, right? Hey Raven, thanks for the Medjai tips on the last stream. They proved very helpful. No problem. Glad I could help. Glad I could help. Alright, let's do one more Dominion, then we'll switch to Breach. Hey Raven, how would you grade the catapult execution? It's funny, it's lethal, but it's not realistic. A catapult wouldn't be that accurate. Let's go. Let's go Tiandi. I don't go Tiandi all that often. Bro got hit with a catapult inside. Yes, he did. The Warmonger's helmets have filters. Maybe. Maybe that's what it is. In my For Honor and Glory story, I said that it was because that's why they wear closed-faced helmets all the time, to help prevent corruption. In real life, catapult execution would be him standing there for like 3 minutes while then it's missing by 50 feet. Exactly. Catapults were designed to break down walls and do damage inside cities. They weren't designed for firing at a single opponent. What about the Aerostorm and Spearstorm? Kind of the same thing. The Aerostorm would probably be the only realistic one out of all of them, but at the same time, I wouldn't waste an entire arrow volley on just one person. Didn't we just fight you, Nobushi? Come here, Nobu. Come here, Nobu. Whee! Anyway, Raven Knight, a question for you and everyone in chat. Have you seen the Transformers show? I have not seen it. I should get back into Tiani. I played the Rep 1, maybe I can ignore the voice lines, but the drip is great. I don't even care about the voice lines, really. I think what they did with Ghostface was good, but the artist felt like the writer did really like her. Oh, okay. Is Raider What? Sorry, Nabu. You mistimed that. Anyway, what the fuck did I show up to? I don't know. It was only a matter of time before Flash Gets Transformers joke became real. Yeah, I know, right? But I don't know what happened. Anyway, I hate Nobushi with every single microfiber of my corporeal being. I don't know, I like her. I just don't like fighting him. Oh, Gladiator, hi! Really? one gladiator down. Anyway. I feel glad it's very unfair to fight. Oh, $2 and Dylan Peterson, screw it, have part of my paycheck. I appreciate it, man. I do. I feel glad it's very unfair to fight. The dodge bash guarantees a heavy, at least against me, and people sometimes abuse it. Yeah, if you were to ask me which characters I hated fighting most from each faction, from the Knights it'd be the Gladiator. From the Vikings it'd probably be the Highlander. From the Samurai it'd be everybody. And from the Wulin, either Sanhu or Shaolin. And from the Outlanders, Afira. Afira, definitely. Raven Knight, there is a Transformer who is non-binary and has a they-them pronoun. Are you for real? I'm sorry, but Transformers are giant machines. Are you kidding? I remember when I was a kid, people used to talk about where they're female Transformers, and I didn't know if there were or not. Now I can tell them, oh, don't worry, it doesn't matter. They all identify in different ways. Isn't that just lovely? I'm glad to know that these non-existent alien robots all have, oh, God. Islander, why? Highlander, why? No! No, you don't! Get out of my sight! Oh, you jerk. What the? Light parry from the... No! I refuse to lose to... No! 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 All right, yeah. Anyway, but hold on. If they're robots, wouldn't the entire concept of gender be null and void, kind of like how it is for mushrooms? I guess. And Scotland won that. Yeah, there's a reason I don't like Highlanders or fighting them. Well, to be fair, Raven, you did say you hated Highlander. Yeah, and that's why he did this. Get... He always knows when I'm going to kick. No, not again! No! Stay away from me. No, 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 no! Throwing your 4 feet on me like that. Are you out of your tree, sir? No! Screw you, you Scottish dirt bag! Ah. I always refer to Transformers by their names, or as it's because they're robots. I don't know, I always called them he. Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Megatron, Starscream. I just thought they were all guys. Good to know that in the intergalactic war between robots and other sapient life forms, as long as we get their genders and identity pronouns correctly, that's what really matters in the grand scheme of things. Let me be clear, if we're being invaded by an alien race, the last thing I really give a shit about is how they identify. I've come to enslave and destroy all of humanity. Hey, this guy seems like... I'm not a guy. What? Okay, you're a woman then. Women look weird on your planet. No, I'm a they. You're shitting me. You think I honestly give up? Open fire! Raven, in some TV shows I actually did see female Transformers. Okay, so they did exist. I didn't know. I learn things all the time. I remember playing one of the Transformer games on Xbox 360. Good times. Oh, Gladiator. Sorry, I was reading chat. Here, I'll focus on you now. Don't roar at me. Nope. Try that one again. That didn't work out, did it? Anyway, I don't remember all the Transformers. I do not remember all the Transformers. Alright, Raven, hopefully you were able to blow off some steam or something. Oh, I guess. Whoa! Shaman not taking prisoners. Okay, Shaman, alright, you win. You're hard to fight too. Now get out of my sight. Anyway. I unfortunately gotta head out, so have a nice one. Later, man. Oh, hi, Nobushi. Anyway, what would you consider to be the kept merciful hero in terms of lore? Kept merciful hero in terms of lore? I don't know what that question means. I'm sorry. What's your favorite Transformer, chatter, Raven? I don't really like Transformers all that much. I guess I'd say Optimus Prime. I never followed Transformers all that closely. That was a great kick. Thank you. Does getting stepped on by Warmommy count as mercy? I don't know. We need to respect the alien robot's pronouns, Raven. I just blew its head off with a tank. Does that count? Here's the way I respect their pronoun. Get the F off my planet, you zer. That's how I respect your pronoun. You have been removed from my planet. Ha! Landed that kick, didn't I, you dirtbag? Yes! Revenge! Revenge! I cut your face in half. How does that feel? Yes. Anyway. Do you think the world would benefit or get worse if humans disappeared? Well, it would do neither. The Earth was created for us. It's self-sustaining and self-sufficient. People often forget that the Earth was designed to be self-sustaining. It has self-sustained itself for millions of years. It adapts, it grows, it changes. The Earth is a living entity. It grows, it evolves, it changes, it adapts, it adjusts. People always say, oh, we're destroying the planet and it's irreparable damage. Not exactly. Y'all underestimate what Earth is capable of. Ironically, the tree huggers who say that we need to get back to nature, who say that Mother Nature's all powerful, they're the ones who tend to underestimate Mother Nature. They always say, Mother Nature, man, one day the world is going to reclaim what it deserves. But these are also the same people who say, you dropped a plastic bottle, now all the world is going to burn. And to that I say, which is it, man? Is Mother Nature going to kick me in the teeth, or am I going to bitch slap Mother Nature? Which one is it? You can't have it both ways. Either I'm going to bend the knee to Mother Nature, or Mother Nature's going to take it. The way I've always understood it is that the world was created for man, not the other way around. God did not put us on this earth to placate Mother Nature or to worship Mother Nature. Mother Nature was put on this earth to take care of us, and we take care of it. That is how it works. Mother Nature will always adapt and grow and survive. Like, y'all realize that every natural disaster, something good can come from it? Anyway. I guess no one's playing Breach tonight. Oh, there we go. Found one. I would read the Bible, but the size and concepts of it intimidate me because I'm new to Christianity. I would start with the book of John or the book of Genesis. Both are good to start with. And just work your way slowly through. Like, focus on one chapter, read about it, analyze it, think about what it says. Like, start the way a kid does with Sunday school, you know, read the Bible stories. Those are very basic. Those are very basic and easy to get through. I would recommend those. Wondering who to go. Peacekeeper. I'll go Peacekeeper. Anyway. Someone's got to get mad for misinterpreting it. Huh. Raven Knight, what about long after humanity, since the planet won't support life forever? Well, when that happens, that's just the natural state of a planet cycle. But I believe that by the time we reach that point, God will have done what he needed to with creation. I'm not religious, but I respect the ideas of it. That's fair. I'm not going to force my faith on you. My baby PK. Yes, Hannah, I'm finally playing your baby. You know what's funny? Hannah loves PK. Aaron, if you're still here, who's your favorite? You've never asked me to play a specific character. But considering the time, I wouldn't be surprised if Aaron was already in bed. All right, time to go, baby PK. No, they're attacking. We will stop them. Can you play Black Prior next? I don't mind. Could you play Pirate next match? We'll see. This, Kensei sure likes to dodge. What the heck? That Kensei almost did nothing but dodge heavy. I was expecting different. I always wonder how Mother Nature would look if she had a physical form. I've seen art and it looks beautiful. Yeah, man. I'd have a talk with Mother Nature. Man, your videos make me see a ton of lore and history differently, and for that I thank you. No problem. Raven Knight, you're my favorite Christian because you don't try to shove your faith down my throat like most other Christians. I have mad respect for that. Well, here's the thing. The Christian goal is to spread the message of Christ around the world. But I also know better than to force it on anybody. Like, if a person doesn't want to accept Christ, there's nothing I can do to make them. I'd prefer it if they did, and I'm always willing to answer questions about Christ or about God or about my faith. I'm always open to talk about it. But if you're honestly not interested in it, well, I'm not going to force it. Like, forcing it on you would be a waste of my time and yours, because if you don't come to the faith willingly and with open arms, it doesn't matter. Jesus himself said, those who do not come to me likened to a child will never see the kingdom of God. And when he says likened to a child, it means that a child will often run to things with innocence and hope in their hearts. If you don't come to God with an innocent hope in your heart, you're not really saved. Jesus said, not all who call me Lord, Lord will see the kingdom of God, but only those who do the will of my Father. And if you only come to Christ because, someone told me to, or, I was scared and I thought it was the only way to do anything, well, then it's not real salvation. True salvation is an act of choice. So I would not waste my time trying to force anything on anybody. But again, I'm always open to answering questions or talking about it. That's not a problem. I think one of the problems we have nowadays is people have a bad understanding of Christianity because of media and because of lies about the past and the motivations of the church and stuff like that. And they also misconstrue the sins of what the church does with the faith itself, and that's a problem. So I think that's something else I want to try to debunk too at some point. Can't do a freaking execution. Thanks a lot, bots. There we go. Anyway. Hey Raven, in Norse mythology it is said that humanity was created in the exact same way as Christianity. It started with 2 humans who would then give birth to the rest of humanity. What's up with that? Well, if you want the honest answer, I'll tell you. It's because the pagans of the North borrowed a lot of ideas from Christian teachings. I know there will be lots of pagans out there who want to argue with me on this, but we have historical evidence and records to indicate that many ideas of Norse mythology came from Christianity, because the early Christians were telling them stories and ideals that they said, wow, that's really cool. I'll bet we could incorporate that. In fact, there are some historians who argue that the concept of Valhalla is just the Norse answer to heaven, basically saying, oh, well, you know, we have a version of heaven too. Oh, really? What's it called? Valhalla. Gotta get there. Hey, Ruben, what is the funniest ragdoll you've ever seen in any in-game? I've seen some hilarious ragdolls in stuff like God of War. Some For Honor ragdolls are pretty funny. Do you think that some Norse myths have been altered because of Christian authors? I think that there are some Norse myths that were altered by some Christian authors, and I think that there are some Norse myths that were altered by Norse authors who converted. I think it's a falsification to assume that just Christian authors inserted their bias into their recordings. It's also very much possible that some of the Norse myth tellers altered their stories to account for the changes in the culture. If we can assume that the Christian authors made edits for their own purposes, we also need to be ready to admit that there's a possibility the reverse happened. Lots of people like to say, oh, the Christians just ruined everything they touched. Well, if we can assume the Christians tried to alter things, then both sides altered things, didn't they? Raven, hey Raven, is it wrong to dislike Roman civilization because they killed Jesus even though they converted later? I think that's a silly reason to dislike Roman civilization. I think that's a silly reason. Roman civilization is fascinating. I think it's incredible. Besides, I don't blame the Romans for Jesus' crucifixion. I blame the fact that humanity required a sacrifice. We are all the reason that Jesus wound up on the cross, okay? Jesus went on the cross for the sins of the world. The Romans just happened to be the government that instituted the crucifixion. But whether it was the Romans, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Native Americans, the Norse, whatever it was, someone was going to put Jesus to death. And that was the point. I heard the best way to wrap up is to play Breach, but I don't know if it really works. Yeah, it's probably the best way. You get the most experience points from it. Hey Raven, why are Vikings romanticized while the Christian knights and pagan Romans are demonized? Well, the pagan part of it is because they want to be edgy atheist LARP. They want to be edgy Viking LARPers. They want to be atheist, but being an atheist comes with some negative connotations. So instead, they say, no, we're totally pagan. It's a religion, totally. Except they don't actually understand what goes into the faith. They don't understand the articles of it. They don't understand what's being asked of it. I think that people demonize Christianity and Roman civilization because it's Western. It is inherently Western. It's a foundational Western thing. Christianity founded the Western moral system, and Rome was the most powerful force that really pushed Western government and systems into the future. And it's now fun to hate the West, so people hate it. Like, you know, the West is bad and white-centric and totally racist and bigoted. What are some things that are inherently all about the West? Roman civilization? Well, then we hate Rome. That's why somebody went after me when I said that Egypt was a major part of Western culture. Like, Egypt's history was a major influence on Western culture going into the future. And he lost his mind saying, the Egyptians had nothing to do with Western culture. They totally did. And I showed him a piece from an actual academic encyclopedia piece that explained that it not only was, it was one of the most important aspects of Western civilization. He still lost his mind, and I told him, I've given you the evidence, you do what you want with it, Chief. And he still denied it. When people say Christianity ruined everything, didn't Christianity have a large hand in the evolution of human civilization? It did! Raven, I overheard some classmates saying that Roman Empire was bad and did nothing good once. Yeah, that's a lie. I always wonder why we call nature Mother Nature. A lot of people see Mother Nature doesn't exist too, but if she didn't exist, then we wouldn't have beautiful skies, grass, and trees now, would we? How did you wrap up so much, Raven? I've been playing for a very long time. I have a confession to make. I'm a Norse pagan, and I hope this doesn't have you think lowly of me. I still love and appreciate you, and I hope you can find it in your heart to say the same. I don't hate you for being a Norse pagan. I don't hate you for it. There's no reason to hate you. I don't hate anyone for whatever they believe. I disagree with what you believe. I would ask what leads you to believe that and why. I might wonder what led you to that decision. But I'm not going to hate you for it. My whole thought about Norse paganism is I think it's the faith of people who want to be edgy atheists. But if you have a legitimate feeling that it's the truth, and you are proud to say that when you die you're prepared to face the consequences of that belief, then that is your business. That is your faith, and I will clap you on the back and say, more power to you, my man. Hope it works out for you. So, yeah, that's your business, but I'm not going to hate you for it. Now, if you come up in my business and say that my Savior was nailed to a tree, and you say that that makes me weak or something, or you say that I'm pathetic for being a Christian, well, then we're going to have problems. I'm going to say, oh, well, okay, you're that kind of person. But as long as you don't bring that crap to my doorstep, we're good. I have no problem. I'm not going to judge you. It's not my place to. Anyway. Hey, Raven, did the Norse beliefs also come from Germanic tribes? Some. Jesus came at the perfect time. Rome was a huge empire, and because of the Roman roads, the gospel spread rapidly. Yes, absolutely. For my research, yes, Wednesday was named after the German word for Odin, wood. Yep. Thanks, appreciate it, and I don't hate you nor your religion. I respect your religion and everything it stands for. Good. Is hell really just eternal suffering? Yes. Hell is eternal suffering. I have been listening for most of the stream without saying much, but hopefully this week gets better. I hope so. I really do. I've got 3 more weeks of this. I got 3 more weeks of school, and then it's done. Then I go back to doing Longhorns and TEFL full time. Create a Christian Templar Crusader in this game and make the haters mad. I did make one actually. But I had to dismantle that Templar Knight. I made a Teutonic Knight Warmonger, but I had to break that down so that I could make my new Warmonger look. How different is the Lake of Fire in comparison to Hell? The Lake of Fire is another word for Hell. Like the Lake of Fire, like cast into the Lake of Fire is being cast into Hell. It's the same thing. They're pretty much the same. All right, I think we got time for one more fight. And Aaron didn't tell me what he wanted me to play, so I will go with Blackprior. We'll go with Deborah. Anyway, if it makes you feel better, I had a rough day too. That doesn't make me feel better. I don't want anyone to have rough days, man. Raven Knight, hey Raven, was Zoroastrianism Roman's first religion rival before Islam? And if I remember right, the only reason Islam was able to easily rise was because of Rome and Persia were weak. The reason Islam rose to power was because Muhammad practiced a tribalistic religion. Muhammad basically used a tribalistic mindset, which many people in his area could not only identify with but appreciate. He basically, that was basically how he grew so powerful so quickly. And when he attacked the Byzantine Romans, at the time they were weakened from their fight with Persia, and the Byzantine emperor didn't see Islam as a threat at the time. They were mistaken, and Islam crumped them. Muhammad's forces crumped them. Hey Raven, who are the gods of Greek mythology? Who aren't? Zeus, Hera, Dionysus, Aphrodite, Hades, Poseidon, like all of those. You've heard those names? Did you watch Disney's Hercules? Raven talking Christianity is intriguing as always. Thank you. Do you know why in Greek mythos they call hell Hades? Like, I know it's hell, but what's like different about the two? I always think, oh, Hades is just the underworld, where hell is all fire. Hades is synonymous with hell. That's the reason. Hades is synonymous with hell. Hey Raven, I'm the guy you're playing with right now. Love your video. Hey, appreciate it. Mistimed it. I might not win this one. Ah, I died. Anyway. Is the issue with the Sly stream that you need $50 to pay for 3 months? No, that's not the issue. The issue with the Sly stream is this. In order, the Sly Cooper game is exclusively PlayStation Plus. That means it can't be downloaded. It can be streamed for free. I can stream the game for free. But because I'm streaming it, not downloaded, that means that it can't also live stream the game on YouTube at the same time I'm playing it. It has nothing to do with money. It has everything to do with the mechanics won't allow it to work. Hey Raven, I'm the guy. Oh yeah, I read that. Raven, what would you say is the top 5 best empires in history? The Roman Empire, the Han Dynasty Empire of China, the Japanese militaristic empire, the American Empire. We can call it an empire. And the Persian Empire. I found out recently ancient Greeks didn't actually believe in their gods. Most really didn't take them that seriously. Some did, but not all. Mistimed it again. Raven, hey Raven, I wanted to tell you I rewatched the EC Myth video and I'm honestly not surprised Poseidon did what he did. Oh yeah, Poseidon was a jerk. Didn't the Greeks make a god of wine just so they could get drunk? Yep. Meet Dionysus. I hit the guard break. Hey Raven, what should I get from Texas Roadhouse? I don't know. I don't know much about Texas Roadhouse. I don't work at Texas Roadhouse, man. I work at Longhorns. Wasn't Bacchus the god of wine? Isn't Bacchus another name for Dionysus? I forget. I don't know my Greek gods as well as I should. I really don't. I don't know them as well as I should. I know a few. I know Aphrodite. I know Zeus. I know Hera. I know Poseidon. I know Hades. I know all those. Oh, they've got 2 Black Priors. I didn't even realize. I don't know why I thought that would work. I really don't. Whee! Ah, you cancel my execution. Now I'm sad. I'll admit I'm feeling better now that I'm getting this out of the way. I'm feeling a bit better now that I've been doing this for a while. Question for you, Raven. What if Poseidon was real? He isn't. If Poseidon is real, then that would mean that the rest of the Greek pantheon was real, and we wouldn't be here. I refuse to believe we could all live in a world and coexist with those morons of the Hellenistic pantheon. I think the reason I decided to join Norse paganism is because I wanted to join a religion, because I've been an atheist for a long time and Christianity never spoke to me, so I joined Norse paganism. Well, that goes to the theory I stated earlier, that many people who become Norse pagans are people who are atheists, who don't really believe in God, but pick a different religion that has a little bit more credence to it that they think can get them some points. So that goes along with my theory. Wish Lark was here. Lark is a lot better at making things funny. I'm not nearly as funny as Lark is. Raven, you're hilarious, man. I need to be funnier tonight. Then I need to work harder at being funny. Oh, I got $20. I didn't even notice. Hold on, let me look back at that. I found your channel through For Honor, but have been really enjoying your live streams and literature content. Here's some money for support. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Oh, I shouldn't have guard broken. Anyway. Now, I do believe in these gods. I made offerings to Thor, so I'm doing this because I feel passionate about it. Okay, have you killed your enemies in the name of the gods? And I don't mean video games. I mean for real. Have you gone to war and fought and killed in the name of the gods? Have you sacrificed living animals to the gods? Like, I'm just being real here, bro. Like, do you know what it means to be a Norse pagan? And if you believe that these gods are real, does that mean you also believe that we are all living in Midgard, which is the world tree? We are in one of the realms of Yggdrasil. You want to make sure that you know what you're putting yourself into, you know? I'm timed that one right, thank goodness. There you go, heal up. Hey Raven, did the Roman Empire ever trade with China? Yeah, ever heard of the Silk Road? That was their trade. Silk Road was the trade between the Roman lands and the Chinese lands. Anyway. Well, it's more of a modern version. Can't, yeah, that's classic, that's classic. Oh, well, we can't do it the way they did it, so that's it. No, sorry, that's a classic cop-out. Come on. Gotta do better than that, man. That'd be like me saying, no, I'm sorry, guys, I can't follow Christianity the way it's meant to be taught. I have to do it in a modern version. There is or there is not. It's like saying, no, I don't actually follow true democracy. I follow a modern version. I don't follow true communism. I follow a modern version. Either you follow it or you do not. When it comes to religion, you need to be more open-minded about things. Somewhere in this universe we are connected to the world tree and there's a giant... I'm pretty open-minded and I still don't believe that. Hey Raven, did the whole scare bracelet thing happen in the past or the present? I don't know. They're very vague on that. Because even though it's impossible for a snake to grow to that size in their world, in the magic world, they won't abide by our rules, so it's entirely possible. Well, and explain how Thor was on the ocean in one of the legends of Norse mythology and caught the world serpent and pulled it out of the ocean. I mean, the ocean that they referred to was in Midgard, which is our world. So, come on, dude. Like, what's your religion? In your religion, we are not connected to a tree. You're right. In our religion, we're not connected to a tree. And we were never said we were. And based on the scientific evidence we have about the universe and the way it functions, that seems to be the case. I mean... Look, when people ask me questions about Christianity and to use evidence from science to support it, I can usually do it. I'm not asking you to do the same thing here, but hey, I'm not fighting. I'm asking serious questions. Have a good stream, Raven. I'm off to the gym. Yeah, man, see you later. Hey, Raven, I have a joke for you. How does the moon cut its hair? Eclipse it. Ha, I get that. So we're talking about religion? Yeah, we've been talking about religion for a while. Some people were asking questions about Christianity. If y'all want to change the topic, we can. Your God and my gods do not abide by science and physics. They make their own physics. That, what? But what about if God made science and physics? If you're saying a God doesn't abide by science and physics, then they can't possibly exist. See, the thing is, my God does abide by science and physics. He's the architect of science and physics. The world was made by God. He created it to work the way it does. That's the point. The reason the world has science and physics is because God created the world in the way that allows it to have it. Science and physics is not contrary to God. It is made by God. Ah, you already killed him. Dang it. Come on. I wanted that med. I could have used the health. See, that's the thing. If someone ever told me, hey, Christianity can't exist because if you believe in Christianity, then you're anti-science. That's not true, man. That's not true. Christianity and science work great together because Christianity can often be attributed to and connected to science. You can use science to prove different aspects of the biblical history. Science was not created against God. It is created by God. God created science the way it does. That's why whenever... That's one of my favorites. It's a great paradox question. Can God create an object that he cannot lift? And people always say, see, that's the ultimate denial of God. And I'm like, you know, the reason God made these things in the first place is because questions like that have no relevance. You know? Can God create something he cannot lift? God does not deal in paradox. God deals in truth and reality. Could God create something that he could not lift? Well, that's because the argument is, if he could create something that he cannot lift, then that means he's limited by something. But if he can't create something that he cannot lift, that means he can't create everything. And God's response to that would be, why do you care about such meaningless questions? God created science in the manner of which so that we could understand science and so that it could be comprehended. He did not create it so that physics could be broken. He created physics so that the world would have structure. See, that's the thing when you say, well, could God break physics? Why would he? You know? Why would God break physics? He created physics so that our world could function properly. He created science, physics, matter, the way that things are, because he needed our world to function in a meaningful and self-sustaining way. So saying, oh, well, could God break it? He made it. Anyway, magic. Well, okay. If you want to ascribe to magic, go ahead. I will not stop you. But be warned, there are far more harsh critics of what you believe than me, and they won't take that as an answer. Okay, Scientology, what's their deal? I have no idea what Scientology's deal is. Raven, can a protagonist be in the hero role and warrior role? Yeah. I'd say God could, but he wouldn't. Yeah, God is above everything. Exactly. He did that when he became a man. Yes. What do you think of the Gabriella O'Raven inspiration art? I like it. I think it's cool. Raven Knight, what's your favorite barbecue food? Burgers, hot dogs, ribs, or steak? Steak. Hands down, steak. Let's change the subject. Did you hear that Netflix Cleopatra has a 1% audience score and 14% critic score? I heard it was actually 11% critic score now. That's why you're so great. Well, thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, Raven, who would win in a fight, Kratos or Frieza? Frieza. Damn, I just realized I was 17 seconds late. Damn. Oh, shoot, I forgot to turn on. Okay, I guess we're going into one more match. I did get asked to play Pirate anyway, so let's play Pirate. In fact, let's play Ying Chen. I feel like playing Ying Chen right now. So let's do that. Sawyer. Got a sore ear. Anyway, Raven, I tried making your emblem, but I couldn't find one of your symbols. Can you make a tutorial? There actually is a tutorial. While we're loading up, let me find it. Let me find the tutorial. Got to go to Discord to find it, I think. Yeah, here it is, the emblem how-to. I'll pull that up. Copy text. And now I will send it in the chat. Okay, follow that link and it should teach you how to make the emblem. Last thing I want to say about it, my gods are limited. It's said at Ragnarok, Thor and Odin and many others will die, so your god would definitely win in a fight against my god. Well, the truth is, my god wouldn't fight. Because the creator does not need to fight the created. He determines their fate. In fact, in the book of Revelation, it says that Satan will try to rally his forces to make an attack on God, and God will destroy them. He will erase them. So, anyway, let's play defensive game. All right. I actually had a person unsubscribe from me when he found out that I was a Christian. It was kind of funny. He said, I used to like your videos, man, until I found out that you were a freaking racist and a imperialist and a white supremacist. And I was like, where did you get the idea that I was any of those? And he linked me to one of my videos where I talked about if the knights were Christian. And I said, because I'm Christian, you think I'm all these things? Are you serious? Are we playing against people? These are bots? They're playing really well for bots. Crap.
Anyway, hey Raven, so there's this one romance story I'm doing that is set in Kyoto when following a high schooler, Tamasaki, who discovers that he has the ability to possess others with him using his ability too. Okay. Hey Raven, is there anything you disagree with your denomination about?
No, I agree with most of the things my church practices. I can't speak for every other Baptist church. You know, some Baptist churches are going to act differently than others. Hey Raven, I was playing for Ron earlier and I saw someone with a TikTok emblem. Those poor people. Damn, you're right, but I don't think Pirate would like to give her enemy a good weapon. True. Some people just look for fights. Yeah, they do.
Raven, did you or Lark get a chance to read the Magic Texas outline?
I think Lark did.
I haven't had the chance yet. Those bots are playing well because the TYM bots have trained them.
Yeah, they're pretty tough, guys. They're pretty tough. Still, we'll still win this, I'm pretty sure. We're playing defense, and defense against the bots is usually a shoo-in. Unless your entire team is just crap, then in which case, you know, it's anyone's game. Wow, crap, this could get ugly. What is an overrated actor, in your opinion? I think an overrated actor would be Chris Evans. Chris Evans, I think, is overrated. He did a good job playing Captain America, but now everyone thinks he's just amazing at everything. I think he's a one-note nut. I think Chris Evans is good at playing one character, and that's about it. So yeah, I'd say he's a bit overrated. I might always go up against you two wardens. Can't I have Ying Chen's boss health bar, please? Why'd you hit me? God.
Anyway, to be honest, I like Greek and Norse mythology, but I will never believe in it because it's just a myth. Even if I say, well, they could have existed.
Yeah, no, that's the way I look at it. Norse and Greek mythology are really fascinating to study, but I know it's not real. It's kind of the way I look at it. Anyway.
Raven Knight, Jen Ortega. Most ladies have a distinct for the new Scream movie, but she seems like the let's put her in since she's
popular. Yeah, lots of people do that. They just say, oh, look, popular actor, let's put them in. Yeah, I hate that they do that. I would like good actors, not popular actors. Crap. No, what? I guard broke you. Afira, you're about to give him revenge. Stop it. Stop. Revenge. Afira! Afira, you're very lucky. You are very lucky, Afira. The Africa lore order was so stupid. They were trying to retcon him to the past 50 years in the past and replace him with a new person. I know, right? Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Basically like, oh, no, it's a new African. Screw that. Raven, have you seen Attack on Titan? I watched part of the first season and I didn't like it. I think that's an overrated anime. Yeah, I said it. Attack on Titan is overrated. I couldn't stand it. Want to talk about good underrated anime? I'll tell you about some good underrated anime. I think that Ranma 1/2 is underrated. People always say, "Oh, Inuyasha's the best thing." What was it? Inuyasha was the best thing that Rumiko Takahashi made. Like they'll just say, "Oh, it's the best thing made by Rumiko Takahashi, hands down," and always like, No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Inuyasha annoyed the hell out of me. Ranma's way better than that. Attack on Titan's good, but it's overrated. Yeah, for sure.
Raven, how can I accept my autism? There are times when I do random things like quote a character or laugh out in front of someone and I feel like they think I'm stupid or creepy.
I don't have autism, so I can't speak from personal experience. You learn to own who you are by accepting who you are and finding people who can also accept you for who you are. You can't define yourself by how other people perceive you, and it's foolish to try. By trying to meet other people's expectations, you will only make yourself more miserable. So whether it's because you're autistic, or whether it's because you like anime, or whether it's because you like Dungeons and Dragons, or whether it's because you like My Little Pony, or whatever it is that makes you who you are, even if I don't agree with your lifestyle choices or what it is you want to do, I mean, and definitely there are some lifestyle choices I would argue you might want to better avoid, like porn addictions and the like. But if you have a uncontrollable condition like autism or stuff like that, then that's something you have to come to terms with yourself. And anyone who can't understand that is more fool them. Damn.
Hey Raven, even though no, I'm a Christian, it is wrong for me to like the ancient pagan faiths such as
Are you kidding? I like pagan faiths. They're cool. I just don't worship them. I think there's a lot to be appreciated about ancient beliefs and systems. There's stuff to learn from it. There's stuff to take interest from. I think Buddhism is fascinating. I don't practice it. I think the ancient samurai are fascinating. I don't live as a samurai. You know? You got to recognize that there's some things you don't practice, but you can still find fascination in them.
Yeah, for sure.
You can like other pantheons. It's when you start worshiping them that's a problem. Exactly. The stream really brought Pastor Raven out. Preach! You're my church! Sunday's coming!
Vinland Saga is definitely the influence for my fantasy series.
Oh, cool. There you are, Aaron. I actually asked you earlier, Aaron, if there was a hero you wanted me to play, but you weren't there, so you couldn't answer me. Shame on you, Aaron. You made this a lot harder than it needed to be. Thank you, Raven. I really needed it. Hey, dude, no problem. Hey, Raven, I have autism and I have trouble talking sometimes. Hey, you know what? If I'm being honest, I do not have autism, but I also struggle. I have ADD, and I also have severe depression and PTSD. So, hey, I struggle too, bros. And sometimes it is a battle. The PTSD part especially, that is shit.
I always get upset at myself because sadly I have a porn addiction that I'm trying to break. I game, I watch Raven and movies to help me, but sadly I'm not getting there. It's worse with no job.
Hey, you know what? I'll be real honest with you. Most men struggle with a porn addiction. They really do. It's something that a lot of men struggle with. So please understand, you're in good company. I totally understand. And it is a struggle. It is a real temptation and a real struggle. I don't know the exact way to help in your given situation. What helps me is having a community to fall back on that I can trust. Like Lark, for example, is good. My friend Jay, who's my accountability partner, I've talked to him about my struggles, and he listens to me, and so he's helped me out a lot in that. But hey, don't feel like, oh man, it's a unique problem. It's really not. Lots of guys struggle with it. It's a very real and difficult situation to deal with. Don't think little of yourself, you know? It's a struggle, but it's a struggle we understand. And when you understand the struggle, you can start figuring out ways to deal with it. But at least you're willing to admit it's a problem. There are some people who would just say, that's not a problem. Like Dennis Prager. Dennis, you and me, we're going to have beef, son, if you keep up that heresy.
Anyway. Let's see. Raven preached when I was eating enchiladas and it made my enchiladas good.
Hey, you know, sometimes, man, sometimes. Wow, lots of folks in my chat are admitting that they have autism, and I didn't know that I had so many fans who had that. Well, I'm not judging any of you. I'm just surprised. I didn't expect that. Nothing against that at all. I had two friends growing up who both had autism. One of them was a little bit harder to deal with. His was very, very severe. Another one, his wasn't that severe. He just had some social issues, really. But he was a good guy. Like, I need to check up on him again. I haven't talked to him in a few weeks. Here you go, heal up. There we go.
Raven Knight, have you ever played Project Zomboid? No, I have not. I may have to go soon. It's 8:45 here, but I'll stay as long as I can.
Well, this will be the last match for sure.
If I write a story and want your comment,
Where on Discord should I put it on? Share your stories. You put it in Share Your Stories channel. That would be the best place.
No worries, Raven. I just really like your content, and I'm certainly glad I found you, especially in regards to your
Writing videos. Hey, no problem. Glad to help.
Raven, thank you for the link.
I made your emblem. Awesome, awesome. Wear it with pride, man. I don't see enough people wearing it.
Hey, Raven, what's your opinion on the unarmed fighter execution?
I like it. I think it's cool.
Hey, Raven, is God above contradiction?
No, that's not a contradiction. How is that a contradiction? Oh, you mean because if God is everywhere, how can he be above? Well, think of above in terms of, like he is above us in status. Like that's another way to look at it. Be gone! Whee! I've seen plenty of autistic people who function very well. I knew one girl who had autism, and I had no idea until she just straight up told me. Like, I had no honest idea. She handled it. She handled herself very well. She did not behave in super, like, cringy or unsociable ways. Like, she was very... I don't know if it was just that she was high-functioning or had a lot of help growing up, but when I talked to her about it, she said that what really helped was having a community of friends that she could rely on. So, that would be my best advice.
Honestly, Raven, I prefer smaller streams over big ones because it allows me to get to know the person who is streaming.
Hey, glad that you can get to know me. I hope that one day I'll become bigger. I hope that I can get bigger, but I'll always try my best to be, personable.
I watched the show Vikings. There's a priest who had been around since episode 2, and he and Ragnar get along, or just best friends even. And I'm thinking maybe Christians and pagans can get along.
Yes, we can get along. It's not a problem. Historically, we have not. For lots of reasons. But that's neither here nor there. All right. Let's answer a few more questions, then I'll call it a night. Because I'm tired. Got work tomorrow and got a stream tomorrow night. I got a new symbol. When did I get that? Cool. I'll check it out. New symbol. Boop. An octopus. Okay. That's cool.
Anyway, $10 to Nicholas Carr. This is my first donation, and I figured since you're one of my favorite YouTubers, I'd give it to you. Hope things start going good for you. Thank you, Nicholas. I appreciate that. Raven Knight, are there any people from your church who stopped their addictions?
Yes, there are plenty. There are plenty who have shared their testimonies about breaking their addictions. I don't really have time to go into their stories right now, and I'm not sure they want me to share their stories online with other people, so I'm not going to share their testimonies over this. They would need to give me their permission.
I like that Pirate just casually pulls a 6-pounder out of an execution. For me, I would say River from Vinland Saga Season 2 is one of my favorite anime songs of all time.
Oh, talking anime songs, okay. I like the Season 1 closing song for Trapped in a Dating Simulator. That's a good anime song. And most of the One Piece opener songs are pretty good, like We Are. Um, and One Dream's a good one. Yeah. Best Egyptian god? Ooh. I don't know. I do not know.
But you can confirm that they did
Overcome them? Yeah. Yes, a large part of their testimonies was a part of them overcoming a difficult addiction. One of them said that he overcame his alcoholism. Another said that he overcame smoking. Like, people can overcome addictions. It's not impossible. I think what people misunderstand about Christianity and about faith is they're scared because they're like, oh, well, Christianity demands that I be perfect, that I have to completely stop sinning, and I don't think I could ever be capable of that. And my response to that is always the same. God knows you're not perfect, but God forgave your sins past, present, and future. He knows full well, yeah, it's really hard. You will not be able to completely stop sinning. That's just an impossibility. But we live our lives according to Christ. Therefore, sin is disgusting to us. See, that's the difference. When we don't have Christ in our life, sin is fine. We don't see the problem with it. We're kind of like, okay, like I'm fine with this lifestyle. But when Christ is working in us, sin, it leaves a bad taste in our mouth. We don't like it. We feel guilty about it. We recognize this isn't the way I should be living. This isn't the thing that I should be pursuing. And through that, we realize, yeah, we should be living better. Does that mean we'll never stumble and fall? Absolutely not. We totally will. It's expected. It's realistic. We know we're going to stumble and fall. I stumble and fall a lot. My dad does. Lark does. My friends do. My pastor does. He's admitted it. He's like, I make mistakes all the time. I fall into sinful habits sometimes. The reality, though, is that because we walk in Christ, we walk and do our best to avoid them, to walk away from them. But we don't live with this idea of, oh, well, you just have to be perfect to be Christian. No, you can't be perfect. And that is the whole message of the gospel right there. You can't be perfect. No matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, no matter what sacrifices you make or incense you smell, no matter what you do, you cannot be perfect. It's an impossibility to be perfect. And that is what separates us from God, because God is perfect, and our sin, our mistakes, our flaws separate us from God. Now, in any other religion, in any other faith, this would be where the God says, all right, well, if you want to get back in touch with me, you're going to need to do this, and you're going to need to do that, and you're going to need to do this and third, and also I'm going to require you to do this, and you're going to need to pay this tithe. Like, God would expect something from us. But our God says, no, there's nothing you can do. You are incapable of meeting the standards that I am. But you don't have to. That's the message of the gospel. You are not perfect, but you don't have to be. Because Jesus is perfect. And I sent my son, Jesus, to die on the cross, to be the ultimate sacrifice. He will pay the price for your sin. He will pay the price for your transgressions. He will bleed and die for you. And he will conquer death, so that if you accept that gift, if you accept that salvation, you don't have to be perfect. He already was. Now, a lot of Christians, I notice this a lot from Catholics especially, but a lot of Christians do this. They say, oh, well, perfect. Jesus did it already. Okay, well, I can live however I want. Thanks, Jesus. You bought me a ticket into paradise, and I get to live how I want. No, that's not how that works. That is not how that works. If you accept Jesus into your life, then there's a transformation. As Paul says, for the old is gone and a new has come. I am a new creation. Jesus says, if you are in me, you will strive to do better. You will strive to live as I live. You won't meet that standard, but you will strive to. You will run from sin. I think a good example of this is when the people of the town and the Pharisees, they found this woman who had committed adultery, right? She'd committed adultery, infidelity for their husband. And they brought her before Jesus. Jesus was just sitting in the town square. And they brought her before him and said, hey, Jesus, this woman committed adultery. She cheated on her husband. According to the law, we should stone her to death for her actions. What do you think? Well, now they were trying to trap Jesus, right? They were basically saying, if Jesus says, yeah, stone her, then all the Jews would hate him because he's just agreeing with the Pharisees. And he's letting people die. But if he says, no, she shouldn't be stoned, then that's in complete defiance of Jewish law, and so now the Jews can do what they want with him. So it was a trap. Whatever Jesus said, it was going to be a trap. So Jesus just sat there and he started drawing something in the sand. And they're like, well, what's your answer? And Jesus said, the man without sin cast the first stone. And no one threw a stone. They all looked at Jesus in shock. The man without sin cast the first stone. Basically saying, if you are so blameless, if you are so sinless that you can cast judgment on her, you go first. And they dropped their stones and walked away. Because when he said that, they knew, oh, crap. If people knew what I was guilty of, I should be stoned too. If people knew what I had done, what would the law say about me? Jesus called them out. If you're sinless, if you're blameless, you do it first. Jesus knows that we are not perfect, we cannot be perfect, and for us to cast judgment on other people because of their imperfections is morally and spiritually wrong. However, with that said, when they left, he looked to the woman and said, where are the people who accuse you? Where are the people who persecute you? She said, nowhere. They've gone. And he said, then go and sin no more. He did not tell her, okay, you're good. Go out and do what you were doing, babe. You know, that kind of thing. He didn't say that. He said, don't do it anymore. You're forgiven. Walk away from it. That is, in truth, the message, you know? And that's why I think people misunderstand Christianity. I think that's one of the things that people don't get. They think that, you know, oh, I can't be a Christian because I can't be perfect. No one's asking you to be. And any Christian who says, oh, you need to live a perfect life, I would quote Jesus. Okay, are you perfect? Of course you're not. Now, I'm not excusing sin. Far from it. I'm not saying, oh, so, you know, like, you can do whatever you want, man. You're not perfect. You're never going to be perfect, so do what you want, man. It'll be frustrating. It will be. You want to know one of the biggest frustrations for me as a Christian is when I sin, I know, like, God, I should be better than this. But it's that feeling of knowing that I should be better that tells me God is still working in my life. If I ever reach a point where I don't care about sinning, where I go, no, it's not a big deal, that's when I know I've got a problem. Because it means I'm numbing myself to Jesus, and that's not a good thing. But people who say, I can't follow Jesus because I'm not perfect, when did Jesus ask for your perfection? He asked for your love. He asked for your heart. He asked for you to follow him. He did not ask for perfection. You want to know who Jesus asked to follow him? Tax collectors, who the Jews hated. He asked for fishers to follow him. Bankers, carpenters, shepherds. He asked for the lowest people to follow him. People who definitely were not perfect. Okay? They were not perfect. Peter was not a perfect man. He was a liar. He was a boaster. He was a braggart. He was a fighter. Jesus still made him the cornerstone of his church. Paul, before he was Paul, he was Saul. He killed like Hitler did. He was persecuted and massacred Christians on a nightmarish scale. God turned him into the greatest apostle. God did not call for us to be perfect. He called for us to follow him. So I think that's one of the misconceptions about Christianity. There are lots of misconceptions about Christianity, and I could sit here all night and go through all of them, but we can't. We obviously can't. It would take days to go through all the misconceptions. But that's one of the big ones. That's one of the big ones. Whenever I talk to people who say, oh, I just can't be a Christian, I just can't do it, I say, well, why not? I can't be perfect. Well, that's my answer to that. No one's telling you to be. Another misconception is that God damns you to hell, and that's just so immoral. My response to that is this. Who damned who to hell? Did God damn you? Well, let's ask a question. If my father gave me a rule that said, hey, don't throw rocks at that beehive, and I decided to throw rocks at that beehive, and all the bees come running out to sting me, Do I blame my father for the bee stings? Is it father's fault because I got stung? Or is it my dumb fault for throwing rocks at a beehive when Dad clearly said don't do it? See, that's the message. We're damned already. Because of our sin, because of our imperfections, we're already set for the furnace. But that's why the message of God says, I've given you a way out. I've given you a way out of this. See, the message of God is not, hey, you better follow me or I'm going to destroy you. The message of God is, you're walking down a path to self-destruction. Get on the boat and get out of it. There's a good story. I like this story. I heard it when I was a kid. There once was a man who was sitting in his home and he heard on the news that a hurricane was coming and that everyone needed to evacuate. Well, he believed in God, so he said, God will protect me from the hurricane. Well, the hurricane comes in and the waters start rising, and soon the lower floor of his house is flooded. So he climbs out of that and he goes to the second floor. Suddenly, on the window of his second floor, he hears a knocking. So he looks, and there's a boat, and there's a guy on the boat who says, hey, man, the water's only going to get higher from here. Get in the boat. We'll get out of here. He says, no, man, I'm good. God's going to save me. Are you sure? Yeah, God's going to save me. I'm good. Okay. They sail off. Well, the water rises, so now he has to climb onto the roof of his house. He's sitting on the roof of his house. Rain's still pouring down. Suddenly, a helicopter lowers its ladder. Hey, man, water's about to get too high for you. You better climb up. No, I'm good, man. God's going to save me. Dude, you don't understand. You're going to die if you stay here. No, man, God's going to save me. I'm good. All right. So they flew off. Well, the water rises up and he drowns. And he gets to heaven and God's sitting there and he goes to God, God, I thought you were going to save me. And God said, I tried, man. I sent you everything. I sent you the news report. I sent you the boat. I sent you the helicopter. You didn't get on one of them. But we are often very quick to blame God when we don't take his way out. Oh, it's real easy. God, why did you let me drown? You doomed me to drown, God. I gave you 3 ways. I gave you an out. You chose not to take it, and now you're blaming me for letting you drown. Are you kidding? Your choice was to die. And so that's one of the things that I look at in terms of like the way we look at salvation. You make your choice. Do you choose to follow Jesus, or do you choose not to? There is no in between. One of these choices leads to salvation, the other does not. Now, you're already set on one of these, and the one you're already set on does not have a happy ending. So it's very silly to say, well, God damns me to hell. I'm sorry, what path are you walking right now? No one walks their path already walking to God. That's ridiculous. If that was the case, the message of Jesus is meaningless. If we're already on the path to Jesus, Jesus coming down and telling us to reach people is absolutely worthless. Because we're already there. But no one is there. Not a perfect man has been born yet aside from Jesus. Do Crusaders misunderstand Christianity? The Christianity that was around during the time of the Crusaders was a Christianity that you might think of as more rugged. Because at the time period that the Crusades happened, Christianity was at threat. See, we live in a society today where Christianity is not at threat of full extinction from a militaristic power. At the time period of the Crusades, the Christians were at risk of being overwhelmed by pagans to the north and Muslims to the south and the west. And the east. So they were at risk. So Christianity had to adopt a warrior's conduct. Nowadays, we don't have to worry about that. That's why we often talk about the difference in the Old Testament Bible and the New Testament Bible. The Old Testament, people always say, oh, why did God have to be such a war God at that time period? Well, maybe it's because his people were walking into a war zone. His people were about to go to war with pagans and heretics and evil, evil people. God said, get ready to fight. And then you have the New Testament where the Jews are persecuted but safe in the hands of the Romans. And so God doesn't need to teach you to fight anymore. We don't need to fight now. Let's talk about the message of forgiveness, the message of salvation, the message of love. We don't need to worry about fighting anymore. That's done. Let's focus on the next step. In my religion, good and evil are a point of perspective. In your religion, it's the opposite. Good and evil can never be a point of perspective. Good and evil can never be a point of perspective. Because the moment we decide that good and evil is a matter of perspective, we excuse everything. I'll give you an example. Am I okay to murder you? I'm saying it as a joke, obviously, but am I okay to murder you? If you say no, I will respond, well, that's a matter of perspective. From my perspective, it's totally fine. From your perspective, it's not. Who's right?
Subjective morality is an ugly thing.
Exactly. That's the point. Lark just showed back up, guys.
Howdy, Pilgrim.
Right as we're wrapping up, too. So my response is that. If you when you say good and evil is a matter of perspective, then all I can say is, all right, then explain to me this. If that's the case, and I say, can I kill you? And you say no, well, that's a matter of perspective. Yeah, Lark walked in while I was talking. He just got back from his Dungeons and Dragons session.
You were on a roll, and I dare not interrupt that.
Yeah, sometimes I go off, don't I?
Oh no, I thought it was good.
Yeah, they were just asking some questions about Christianity, and I was answering those questions.
Since you were talking about such a topic as Christianity, I figured the questions revolved around that.
Well, anyway, yeah, we've gone on way too long anyway.
Well, hey, pyramidal discussion.
Well, I pretty much wrapped it up. I think we're done. Unless anyone has any last-minute questions before I go, because it's late. It's 11:05 here, and I don't want to keep y'all too long. If you have any last-minute questions, ask them now. Hey, Raven, what is the dumbest argument for God not existing? Usually the dumbest argument I hear is that God is anti-science. If you believe in God, you don't believe in science. Science disproves God.
The one that always makes me go, really, is like, if God real, why bad thing happens?
Yeah, that's a great one. If God is real, how come bad things happen? I think that is a dumb one. It's known. I don't remember the exact name of the paradox, but the idea is that if God is all good, then how can bad things exist? And my response to that is this. First of all, whose definition of bad are you going off of? Second of all, do you have full awareness of everything that goes on? Do you have full awareness of what God knows? And here's my example. Here's my example of that. When I was a little kid, like really, really little, I had constant ear infections. This is a true story. I had constant ear infections. And to deal with those ear infections, I had to go get shots. Now, as a little kid, I don't understand that I have ear infections, and I don't understand that I have to get shots. All I know about shots are they hurt. Well, I don't want to get shot, so I fight back. I struggle. I resist. My dad has to sit me in his lap and hold me down so that I can get my shot. Now, this is my father. This is my dad. He should love me and protect me and care for me. Why is he holding me down so I can get hurt? I don't understand it. I don't get it. Dad, why are you doing this? Don't you love me, Dad? Why are you letting me get hurt, Dad? Well, that's because he knows something I don't. He knows that this hurts, but it's for the best. He knows that it's part of something bigger and something I don't understand yet. Now think of that on a cosmic scale. Why does God take people we love from us? Why does God allow natural disasters to happen? Why does God allow wars to happen? Maybe you don't know the full story. The pawn cannot see the full chessboard to know why it must step forward into a sacrificial position, but know that the one controlling the pieces has a better idea than you do. Now, I'm not saying that to be callous, and I know it sounds callous, but it's something that people don't understand. They always assume, oh, why does God let this happen? Isn't he good? Yeah, he is. And what do you know about the world? Like, I'm being serious. What do you know about the universe? Did you make it? There's an old saying, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. Because your plans have flaws. Your plans are silly. God says, that's what you got. Let me tell you what I got. Can we see your warmonger drip? Sure. Back to For Honor stuff. Yeah, I had to get back to that eventually, didn't we? This is one more warmonger drip. This was my classic, and this is my other. Anyway, last minute questions before I go. I will take any last minute questions at this time. Which chest do you recommend for Teutonic Warmonger? What I did for my Teutonic Warmonger was let's see. I used... Where was it? I think I used the Apollyon alternate or the Apollyon, and I planted this symbol on it to make it Teutonic.
Raven Knight, I just wanted to thank you for being a constant inspiration for me on several fronts, on my writing, my struggle, and faith especially. You're very welcome.
Can we see your Shinobi? Okay.
Shinobi.
I have my Assassin's Creed Shinobi and my regular Shinobi.
Well, you're the most compelling Baptist I've ever had the pleasure of listening to. Thank you. Would you rather begin a zombie apocalypse in a city with a few months of supplies or start in the woods with no knowledge of the infection, only a couple of weeks' supplies? City. If I know about the infection, I can better prepare. Do you wish there were more isekai that had dark tones since the majority of them are lighthearted?
Yeah, I'd like it a little bit different where it's just not always a harem anime. All right, well, if that's it, I think we'll call it there. This is my angel prior. Like, she's my angel prior, like a warrior of God, if y'all wanted to see it.
I also joke it's the Jedi prior.
Yeah, the Jedi prior, too. Like, I've given her as much I could angelic, right? Like, her executions are Clarent summoning down the sword of God. Water summoner to be baptized in the waters of God.
Send them to wash them before they go.
Revenant Slayer, you're killing the demons.
Where is the demon?
And Romual's Ascendancy, again, striking with a holy sword. So yeah, I made an angel prior, so yeah. I'll tell y'all how to make her sometime. You wanted to see my Aramusha? Sure, here's my Aramusha. Will I be streaming Friday? Yes, I will still stream Friday. The only reason I streamed For Honor tonight was because it was a last-minute choice when the Sly Cooper thing didn't work. Is this the prior with the sermon? No, the prior from the sermon was, let me see if I still have him. I might have taken him down. Yeah, I took him down to make Ramiel, to make Ravier. I'll make him again sometime. What's your thoughts on Shin Megami Tensei? It's a JRPG series.
I'm familiar.
I'm unfamiliar with it.
I have not written a story in many years. Should I start on my big idea story for the world, or should I try practicing with side stories in the same universe?
I would say side stories first, but then again, do it the way you feel would be most necessary. All right.
I think that's it. I think we should stop there.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching this stream. I'm sorry that the Sly Cooper thing didn't work out, but here's what we're going to do for those who came late. I'll explain my plan. I will play Sly Cooper and record the session. I will record it and then upload it. And we'll see how it does. If it gets a lot of views and people really like it and they want to see more, I will continue doing it. If not, it was a nice idea, but we'll find some other way to celebrate 30,000 subscribers. I know it's not ideal. It's not what I wanted to do, but it's what it is. So I want to thank you guys again for coming to this. I know it wasn't the happiest stream. I was a little miserable starting out, and I went onto a sermon back there. Hopefully this week will turn out better than it started. Anyway, have a great rest of your night, guys. And as always, I will see you in my next video. Take care.
Have a good one, guys.